Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Glenn Carlson. This is Wagga, and in this video I'm going to talk about why I think New Year's resolutions are toxic. I'm not saying goals are bad, but there's a certain type of goal that's bad. Through my 20s, I'm super ambitious, always used to set big goals, and because I used to set big goals, I was always off track for achieving those goals, which meant, I don't know, I just had all these reasons, these good valid reasons in my mind to beat myself up, to feel inadequate, to feel like I was an imposter because I was constantly off track for these major goals. It dawned on me that it was pretty mental to come up with a goal out there in the future that if I achieved that goal, then I'd be happy. Like, goals became these little happiness traps out there in the future. But what was really sinister about it is when I finally achieved those goals, they didn't have any of the promised emotional victory in the first place. Like my early 20s, right, when I make 10 sales a week, then I'll be okay, then I'll be successful. The moment that I go and make 10 sales a week, no longer does that feel awesome anymore. All of a sudden it's like, oh, making sales sucks. I need to run my own business. And then once I owned my own business, then it was like, well, that's not enough. I need to be making $1 million in revenue. And then when I was making $1 million in revenue, it's like, well, that's not enough. It's not even covering payroll. I need to make $1 million in profit. I mean, you know, when does it end? And herein lies the point. If you keep chasing that dragon, it doesn't end. So here's two things that I do that have helped shift from chasing these little packages of happiness out there in the future that have led to me being a lot happier, a lot more patient, and a lot more grateful in the present. The first is I make a list of what is the stuff that I really enjoy doing every week, every month. What's the stuff that lights me up, that I geek out on, that I feel like I'm adding value to the world when I'm doing it, and that makes me feel good in return. You know, the juice, the whole reason I'm alive. And then I make a list of all the other stuff, the stuff that bogs me down, frustrates me, gets me out of my flow, gets me out of my zone. And as an overall goal, my tactical objectives become, how do I spend more time doing the stuff I love, less time doing the stuff I don't love. There is no big major future objective in that. It's just little daily shifts of delegation or optimization or tweaking that I need to do. And there's a lot of power in the where of happiness as well. I started my business in Melbourne, built it there for 4 years, but then I decided I wanted to spend more time in the surf and the sun and the sand, and so I moved to Bondi, and just changing that location helped me spend more time doing the things I love simply because of the environment that I was in. The second thing I do is that if I'm gonna set a big goal out there in the future, I take the emotional temperature out of it by removing the when. I believe goals are important. I believe the what of a goal, for example, I want to achieve my gold medallion. It's a surf club thing for Lifesave. I'm a Lifesaver at Bondi. I put a thing on it on Instagram a while back. That's an important thing for me. And I enjoy training for it, and all that kind of stuff's important. But I'm off track for that goal currently. I'm meant to get it in March. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, in the past, that would be like making me feel anxious and inadequate and all these sorts of pressures that were not necessary. So I think it's important to reflect on goals in hindsight. So if I'm 120 years old and I'm telling tall tales to my grandkids about me getting my gold medallion, is it going to make a lick of difference whether I get it in 2017 or 2020? And from that perspective, across that length of timeline, the answer's no. Is achieving it important? Yeah. Is enjoying the process of achieving important? 100%. But the when, from that perspective in hindsight, is actually a hell of a lot less important. And it's from that perspective that it removes the emotional temperature from the goal, making it more of a target, and it's allowing me to keep more of my happiness, my peace of mind, and my self-esteem in the present, while still having something to aim for. So, you know, New Year's Eve, it's a big time for goal setting and recalibrating and planning 2017 or 18 or whenever you're watching this. And all I'd ask is this, is take some time to really consider the goals that you're setting for yourself. Is it because you're not enjoying what you're doing now and you need to project some happiness out into the future somewhere, so when you get that, then you're going to be okay? And if the answer is yes, forget about the goals and spend more time working on what do you need to change day to day, week to week, to enjoy the journey, to enjoy the process, to actually enjoy doing what you love. Goals are great as targets, but they shouldn't be set at the expense of doing what you love today. That's all from me. My name's Glenn Carlson, and as always, be brave, have fun, and go make a dent in the universe.
YouTube, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Hit me up in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. My name's Glenn Carlson. Over and out.